Hello and welcome. Right. Well, I found a job I missed last time. I didn't do the nitrogen in. No, I didn't. This is going to be an interesting session. It really is, because there's a lot of little tiny things that you've got to do and you've got to do quickly. And I was also thinking, I've got that job down there to do, and I thought it is true. I thought I'll show you what I'm on about. I'm trying my best to say no, don't touch anything because I'm a terror. Oh, yeah, it's habits. Habits. You're both your best friend and your worst enemy. Yeah, the one at the end, the olive plantage. I thought it's all right. I know I've got the herbicide, but have I got the time to do this on top of everything else? I think the empty pallets will probably last us. The solid fertilizer, I can sort of, with the help of the shop, I have an idea. Yes, I can give them an instruction and pay them in advance, and they can help me. The herbicide we can go and grab, and we can stick in because it's down at the end of the field. We stuck that tube in specially for it, so there's 10 tons in there, which I don't think we need 10 tons. We are now in the month of April, so we've got to go all the way through till I believe it's October, November. Not just that, but after that, we've got to stop in June, July with and briefly do that. We've also got to stop in July for one of the things we've got. Is it July or August? No, it is canola in July. And then we have, I was looking at corn. It's not corn at all. Yeah, we've got canola and we've got corn. And I was on about doing the corn, and it is true. I think let's open our fields. Yeah, so these are our little set here. We've got a little tiny thing of potatoes as well, which, as we know, tates are good anyway. But it's still not going to take me terribly a long time to do all of this. But yeah, there's obviously all of that to keep going. Then also we've got our fields. Now we may only get an opportunity to cut the grass once because it's going to be too tricky really to do it anything. And I'm not sure, do we cut the grass? It'll be April, it's 0, so it'll be May, June, July, third growth stage, which is when most things are happening. So we could overlap the canola and this harvest, so the grass, and then I think because it's going to take too long. Or is it? What about if we do it on the same time as the corn? The thing that's going to slow me down is obviously the one thing about the. Well, you don't have to use it, I suppose. Thinking about it, yeah. I said about I'm going to use the Fluffy Mods mod because it can't be used with workers. I haven't tried that for a long time. I haven't seen anything, but that doesn't mean to say I've not missed it. So I think I tried it a while back and it still was not worker friendly. But we could send the baler down and do the baling to remind me what was in the sales as well. Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah, nothing that's of any use to us, but we have had plenty. It seems to have hit a stage now where we're not getting anything, but then we have got a lot. So yeah, we're gonna do the nitrogen in on this. I think we did. We can see. Yeah, that I wanted to get all of this out the way before we actually get cracking. So that is nitrogen. Now you can see 96 is going old as well. And this one we did do. In fact, we just finished. I think that is somewhere down there is the Fendt GT, which you can't see. It's a dot. So we need to bring the Fendt GT. We'll set it going. In fact, I might do it myself as one of the first jobs. We need the shop to heave ho a ton of one pallet of fertilizer. I won't buy that now. I'm so tempted. It's so easy. You just go, yeah, click, click, and it's done. And you forget, well, I'm not supposed to do that. It's working. Yeah, and then I could say this. We've got the June, the July stop. Then we've got the harvest. Mind you, I suppose the June, July, even if I forgot the June, it's still going to be very close to top price in July. So I suppose July is going to be where a lot of things happen. And that's my bugbear is, will I remember? But I do think I think that is too. We can use the forage harvester for 21 to literally do that as chaff. I'd like to chaff everything because it is. I am right. It's something like 1.2 million. So do we? to release another forager. This is one time when you sort of almost regret your actions because you think, I could have set the little one going on that one, and I could have used the big one on that one, really. But no, some clever person thought, let's streamline, let's get rid of some of the different things. Another thing I am noticing though is this probably is, and I have done this in the past, on Western Wilds I did have multiple fertilizers because it is very useful in having not just one, because you can send two going at once. You might have one as a specialist limer and one as a specialist fertilizer. It is true, so yes. Right, anyway, we are going to get cracking, and I'm hoping that I get everything done right. We've only got that one thing in April, and then we're skipping over. So I am going to say my words. Some of the things I am going to buy, I'm going to subcontract, as in real life, which is what this represents. If I go to my production and I go, no, actually, I don't need to. Now I was thinking of manure, but we've got enough manure to last us. As I say, these go down very, very slowly, so I think the grapes will be all right. But I think, yeah, that should be now. Have we got enough water? Oh, just a little. I think we've got plenty. Yeah, a load of grass from this last session. Right, so then, let's get cracking and let's see if we can get in this last hour everything that we need to do. It might be over 2 recording sessions, but yeah, it'll all be in one session that you're going to see. But yeah, all that remains to be said is I'm going to... I seem to be mixing my sayings up. Oh, really? And yeah, I did that last session as well. Yeah. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, I think we're going to stop for a little while. I think that might be about the halfway point, but remember we've got to sell everything when we're finished, so I'm not fertilising the field. I was like thinking about it. I thought it's all manual, that bit, and it's quite a long thing. I thought I'd sooner cut 200 tons of grass than 300 tons of grass that I've then got to leave because I can't actually finish it. So I thought if the fertilising is going to take a while, so it's almost like meadow grass. It's going to be on the last cut, but it's still going to be grass. It's yes, just not going to be quite so. Yeah, oh wow, just to tick up the 9 o'clock. So let's just have a look. If I'm going to try not to do anything, very, very much so. Yeah, so if we look, did I miss anything? Did the olive oil? Yeah, we will have. I think I switched it off from selling. Would I allow that? I suppose it's going to be seconds, and it is going to be seconds of work, really. So, yeah, I suppose that is true. I've been a little bit too. You're talking about the flick of a switch. So if you added a second on, you're not talking many seconds. If I think I'm being a bit too, you're trying to be too fair, and it's not. Yeah, we are. We've sold everything that we should sell. Obviously, we're going to go through till tomorrow. Did I check sales this morning? Yes, I did. The crossflow, I remember it. MKS 8. Oh, that's the special one, isn't it? Yeah, the trouble is with me, as soon as it says unreal capacity, I just don't like it. It's just a shame, really. But it is true. I was thinking about, do we get that? And I thought, we've got another one with the 10 meters. It doesn't really matter. You could do a double course as a 10 meter if you really wanted to, and it'd still work fine. It's just a bit of an overlap, as I've said, with the ploughing. Yeah, so how well did we do? So this is just a chatty stage. So yeah, there's still going to be a bit of grape juice and pig food selling, but not a lot. Same as the olive oil. Yeah, wow, it's 9.8 tons already. Now, the one thing I will do, we do need to switch. We did have a bit of canola, 28 tons, and this needs to be done. Olives is going to do it itself. Grapes, like, was going to do it itself. We did everything else already, haven't we? Yeah, we've got some flour. And if we sold it, we sold it. But I'd like to take it to the next map because I would very much like to do that on the next. I meant to do it on this map, but I thought, no, save it for the next map. Once we've sort of established that we will allow that one, it's not a trick really. It goes in the XML, so there's nothing. It is just using the game mechanic to its own advantage. So then, grass, not in this one. How did the olives? This should be fine at the minute. Ooh, wow. Okay, I think we will buy some. I need to subcontract. Definitely. And one more time, yes. And solid fertilizer. Wow. That's flipping expensive. Even after I did all my thing. Yeah, so it should last till the end. And if it doesn't, it runs out. It really is now. This is obviously going through now with what we started to do. So that's all going. And this is still looking. I think this will be good all the way through. But we're not doing anything to any of these now. As I said, it really is true now. How much digestate did we have? So it's dealt with it. No, it's only just starting to go through into it and being silly. Yeah, I've only just stuck it in. So 98 tons of straw, 394 tons of grass. So fantastic chaff size. We don't need that on at the minute. We will do soon, but not at the minute. I must remember to switch it on though. Do you know? I'm going to leave it on. I'd sooner get charged a little bit. Now this is finished now. Really? What? Yeah, we've not. Yeah, it is what it is. What is in now. Because they've been filled up as well manually. So everything's ready for the next half of this. I wanted to split this into two. I think this might only be 20 minutes and the other bit might be 40, I would say. But I only ever know this when I've finished the actual session and I work out how much the time lapse in it. But I would say so. I would say we've got a bit more left than we have gone. Yeah, and what we've got to do for future me is he says just the biggest field that we've got. Yeah, and the potatoes, which they're going to be ready tomorrow. Yeah, they are. They're going to throw us a bit of a curveball. But then again, the time is the time it takes, really. It's not going to take any more. Have we got a potato header? I think we have. I think the miscellaneous is the crops one. That doesn't mean a lot, does it? Potato technology, look in there, and yeah, we have. I thought we had. Of course we did. No, we did it last year. I'm being daft. Yeah, so we've got that. That's the vegetable. The one that's in miscellaneous is the vegetable one. And we've got the forage harvest ahead of the poplar. And we've got beets. We've got everything, haven't we? Apart from, we've not got, oh no, the cotton harvest is different. It is, yeah. It's unlike the Mark IV one, which does do, yeah, which is a bit special, really. Although it did it very well, I've got to be honest. I think that it did, I think the Mark IV one actually worked perfectly well with that particular thing. This one here is going to be potatoes, hence it's brown. Yep, that's definitely brown for potatoes. So that's the wrong side of the farm. That needs taken across. And we've got nothing to take across, so we'll come and grab it at the telehandler. Yes, so all we've got left to do, he says, is if we look, yeah, we've got that potato and that corn and that corn. So I think we're going to, I'd like to chaff it all, though that's the trouble. Have we got time if I do the work and we set the Colossus on that and we use the crone? We've got a 5.3 meter header. That's going to slow us down a little bit. We've got an advantage though. What I might do is, obviously we've got the 70 tonner and the 200 tonner. I can't remember. I don't think the AI splines work very well. So I might need to, I'm going to try to send the truck from here and get the truck to do the running to over here, and then I'll literally unload it, so I'm only losing seconds on this. And I think, yeah, I'll set the Colossus on a course itself for doing the spuds next session. Oh no, do I? That's true, I'm not going to be doing it in the same session. I think I might do the spuds myself, but we are going to have to run and get it with a telehandler, which is still time. All those little tiny jobs are literally tiny jobs. So yeah, so I'm going to leave it here in the month of July. We're next going to go through till August. We have got, obviously, all of that processing is going to take us up. We might go from this over 2 million. That'd be nice. That would be 200k, which means we're going to be higher than a standard Let's Play, which means we're going to be at 400k. Plus we've got to sell all this lot, and I know it's not going to bring much, and the fields are very reasonably priced by MA7 Studio, so we're not going to make a lot from those because they are so good already. But yeah, it's going to take it up. It could be 250 grand by the time we're finished, really, and we're going to take a few goods with us. Maybe the flour. It's true. Is it worth? Do we just harvest it normally and take corn and do straw? I'm thinking of, if we're going to use the, oh no, leave it alone. If we're going to use the land baccarat, does that actually cope though? With the flour, isn't it? Surely, yeah. I was going to say nothing really cares. Flour. I think it's, I know it's called corn flour, but the game, it's all flour, which is a good thing. I think I am right in saying that flour's flour. If you look on, there's only one type of flour. It doesn't dissolve into something else. If we look on this, it's only got one flour here. It doesn't care. It's flour from those products, but it all goes to one flour. So if we did corn, we do take some loss, as I said, but we also gain some straw. So although we might make millions of litres of, I suppose you've got to think about, it's a much more, yeah, it is. I think I'm right. I think it's still of the both things, we all know that chaff's massive. If I lose the hay, am I that worried? Because I've gained everything into chaff. And then that's going to like super duper be a right big burst. That was the sort of plan, really. To release a big header, though. I mean, the other thing is you might get one drop. It's unlikely, but you can never say never. Right, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. All that remains to be said for this first, when I say half, I think it's going to be more like a third, but I'm going to still run this as one session. And the next session, I'm hoping that we run that last one as also. There's going to be a bit of an intermediate one because there's going to be a little tiny bit of bleed where we're not actually working on this map, but we are actually staying on the map so that I can move my equipment to wherever. Yeah, when we sort of first looked at this, if you remember, on Buckland Farm, we had our field right down here, which is why all of the equipment was strewn here. We've still got that down there already, but to be honest, we did actually manage well with it. So yeah, if we go to the next map, whatever that map is, and there are some votes, there's still time for everybody to do it. I'm going to give over the weekend, I think, and I'll probably start beginning of next week with the new map, which gives a few days over the weekend for people to have their say on the Eastern European. Now there's one map that dropped after I'd already chosen this, which was a 4X map, Norwegian one. Looked a cracking map as well, but that's Western Europe, so we've missed the boat with that one. But Eastern Europe is everything. I was looking at this just to make sure I was right. It's Bavaria, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Eastern Germany, but just say Germany for simplicity. So any German map, a Bavarian, Polish, Czech, Bavarian, Czech, and there's also like other states that are smaller in that sort of category. So yeah, I'm trying to think of the other ones. I can't think of it right now. Bavaria, but yeah, that's Eastern. Yeah, Poland, all of those. Oh, I should remember, shouldn't I? It's at war with Russia at present. Yeah. I can see the flag and everything. I just can't think of the name. I hate it with my word brain. It's always when you're really, really busy, like I have been on this session, my word brain just seeps out and I can't think of the words. And then if you give me a stimulus, something similar, that's amazing. I can see the green and the yellow. Is it blue and yellow flag? Come on, you've got to be able to remember that, surely. Oh, no, it's always when you put someone on the spot, it's always worse. Yeah, so, yeah, I can't remember. I can't. And chasing it always makes it worse. So, there we go. You'd think I would, wouldn't you, really? But I don't know what it is. It's, yeah, when my brain just goes, I can't remember names of anything. I have to look at these. It's, I say, it comes and goes when you're tired or you've been, my job's all think, so it tends to suck the life out of your brain, really. And then over the weekend it starts to come back, and then Monday morning I'm all right again, and then it all starts over again, like us all, really. But yeah, what I'm saying is IT's more thinking than it is anything else. So right, I was hoping it would pop with me leaving things alone, but it hasn't. Right, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, and I'll try and remember for the next session to look it up, and I'll kick myself because I know it, but I just can't for the life of me think of the name right now. Anyway, oh, it was coming then. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. All that remains to be said for this section of a episode is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.